We're recording this conversation in November 2021. A year from now, the world changes. The implementation of ISO 20022 to replace MT as the language of global payments is really going to shake things up. It's a difficult transition involving everybody involved in the payments chain, from payments operations people, product management, right the way through to the people who provide and maintain and operate the systems and technology that we use. A lot has been written about ISO 20022 as a theoretical benefit, but the conversations about ISO 20022 have been rather quieter. Bijou from Fiorano Software and I, Andrew Muir from Nth Exception, have enjoyed many conversations about ISO 20022 implementation over the last few months, and we thought it would be a good idea perhaps to publish some of these conversations so that you were able to join in. We hope very much to participate in those chats and to develop them further as we investigate more layers of detail under the complex but wonderful world of ISO 20022 implementation. We really hope you enjoy it. At Nth Exception, what we're trying to do is to identify the gaps in the availability of both people and products in order for us to be able to fill them with point solutions. One of those gaps is in the storage of payment information. As you said before, ISO 20022 is a rich language. If we're not using the richness of the language across the various channels in which we do payments, then we're really missing one of the major opportunities. So what we're trying to do at Nth Exception is to bring a range of tools together that enable you to leverage the advantages that ISO 20022 represents, one of which is in the storage area. A number of people would say that storage is pretty much a done deal. I don't know what you think about that.
Well, you'd assume so, right? And I think it's understandable why people would make that mistake. Now, the big problem we're seeing is that if you look at an MT versus an MX, a typical MX is on average 5 times the size of an MT file. So yes, there's a lot more data going to come through the pipes, but I don't think enough people are thinking about something as simple as storage, because your storage requirements are going to go through the roof with ISO 20022. I mean, you've got lots more data. I mean, there's literally hundreds of more fields in addition to the entire structure that the XML format gives you. It's a problem area. It's one of the areas that as Fiorano, we have a very interesting go-to-market with IBM on ISO 20022, where we have worked with IBM to put together almost an ISO appliance, which is an optimized high-capacity box that a bank can install on premises, which will deliver easy adoption and a whole bunch of other features on ISO 20022. Now, the thing is, we work with cloud platforms also. Fiorano sits equally comfortably on the cloud and on premises. But there is a point to be made about the low storage costs that a box like the one we are working on with IBM's Z platform can deliver, because it's not it is something to be thought about. You are going to be storing a lot of data, and you've got to keep these quite often for many years to meet regulatory requirements. So from that standpoint, it's not something to be ignored. You absolutely have to think about it. And I know the next point I wanted to come on is beyond storage, because I know that's an area that you guys are working on also in terms of the value in the data. But storage is a problem area. Storage has to be thought through because it's there to stay.